the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Some slick spots back off towards the west and high elevations after a little bit of freezing rain. Also seeing a little bit of that falling into the valleys this morning, but it won't cause any problems. I'll have more details coming up in your complete forecast.
All right, Derek, thanks so much. Coming up this morning on DC News Now, an unexpected turn, how a murder at a Montgomery County gas station uncovered a totally different crime. What police know so far, and neighbors talking to us about this stunning revelation. Plus, new perspective. We're going to show you dramatic new footage showing the chaos on the Metro Center platform during this Wednesday's rush hour shooting. We also have new information from police as violence spikes on Metro. We'll get to all of that in just a couple minutes, but first, a live look outside at Hagerstown as the sun rises over that western Maryland city. And boy, it is cloudy today and it is chilly. We've been talking about layering up this entire morning, and here to tell us just how many layers it needs to be: long sleeve shirt, sweater, maybe even a jacket, hat, and mitts. He's got you covered, Mr. Derek Bowen himself from the Weather Center. Hey, Derek.
Hey, good morning, Joe. We're definitely seeing a very chilly start, a little bit of frost, maybe even a little bit of a snow flurry, a pellet of ice, or maybe just a sprinkle of rain this morning on radar as we take a look on the I-81 corridor. I-70 back off towards the west of Hagerstown, also seeing a little bit of wintry precipitation this morning. Not really affecting us too much, but back off towards the west of Cumberland, even going up in towards Garrett County, seeing maybe a few slick spots this morning due to a little bit of freezing rain overnight. Most of us, though, are doing okay. We're at 34 degrees in Hagerstown, 30 in D.C., going into 30 into Frederick this morning, 36 in D.C., 27 this morning, awfully chilly in Waldorf this a.m., waking up to a little bit of frost this morning across the region. We're going to see mostly clouds throughout most of the day. We're seeing a little bit of a break in the into some sunshine this morning in D.C., but as we head throughout the morning, temperatures are going to be rising up into the 40s.
All right, Derek Bowen, thanks so much. Developing this morning, a horrific turn of events that started with a deadly shooting at a gas station in Montgomery County, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I am Joseph Olmo. Police arresting a man who they say gunned down a gas station clerk, and now a gruesome discovery in his home where officials say they found a woman's decomposing body. All of this happening in a White Oak neighborhood. We're also learning the woman was pregnant at the time of her death. Cheyenne Corinne covers Montgomery County for us. She spoke with neighbors in the area who say they simply cannot believe what happened.
Why can't we be aware of, finding a decomposing pregnant woman in the same building that I live in?
People who live at the Enclave Apartments in White Oak are in shock after police say their neighbor, 31-year-old Tori Moore, had a pregnant woman's decomposing body in his unit. Police say they discovered the body when they came to arrest him for another crime. He's accused of shooting and killing 61-year-old Ayalu Wandamu last night. Wandamu was a clerk at the Shell gas station across the street from where Moore lives.
Noticing such kind of barbaric actions, getting someone inside the shops who is doing his own good job for the people providing services, for no reason, this is something unacceptable for the society.
Police Chief Marcus Jones says Moore shot the 61-year-old employee multiple times in the chest after a heated altercation between the two. Jones described Moore as a regular customer who often caused problems, but they arrested him without any issues and say he even confessed to his crimes.
He also told detectives that he was in a relationship with a female who was pregnant. The female who was found inside of the apartment, and that there had been some type of fight between the two about 1 month prior to that led to the victim becoming deceased.
It's heartbreaking, it's really sad that the world has just got to a point where it's this crazy.
All right, that was our Cheyenne Corinne reporting there. We are getting some more information in about that suspect, and once we get it into our newsroom, we'll bring it to you live here at DC News Now on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. In the meantime, we want to turn to some headlines, some new details. Metro riders were pretty shaken up this week after not one, but two shootings happening during back-to-back rush hours right on the station platforms themselves. We begin with new details on that Thursday morning rush hour shooting at the Benning Road Metro station in D.C. Metro Transit Police announcing last night that they do have a 16-year-old suspect in custody, just 16 years old. They say he's the one who pulled the trigger and critically wounded a 15-year-old boy and also injured 2 more people who were struck by stray bullets, just bystanders. Police have charged him with attempted second-degree murder and for carrying a pistol without a license. All 3 of those victims expected to be okay. In a statement sent to our newsroom last night, Metro's general manager and CEO Randy Clark had this to say about the arrest. Quote, "Gun violence is tragic, infuriating, and unfortunately all too common in our society today. I commend MTPD for their quick work apprehending the suspect. MTPD, Metro Transit Police, has dramatically increased its presence on rail and bus in the past several months to keep customers safe." We also have new video of the shooting that happened just hours before the one here at Benning Road Station. This is from Wednesday night at Metro Center. Take a close look at the left-hand side of your screen. Busy evening, lots of people going back home from work. On the left side of your screen, an off-duty FBI agent and a man getting into an altercation. They then run over the barrier, both going over the edge of the platform, following 8 feet down. That's when we're told the agent shot and killed the man, who's since been identified as 28-year-old Troy Bullock. Right here is a second angle of the shooting. You see crowds of rush hour commuters waiting for the train and then all of a sudden scrambling for safety after hearing the sound of gunshots. Earlier this week, we pressed Metro's general manager and CEO Randy Clark about the troubling rise in these high-profile crimes happening across the system. I specifically asked him what his message is to riders who go to the stations now and are afraid that the same thing could happen to them.
You're safe. Simple. And, you know, there's feelings and emotions around that, but we are safe. If you look at statistically probability of actually having an incident in Metro, it's incredibly small. We are arguably the safest part of the whole region, and we're working to get safer every day.
All right, well, breaking overnight, Grant Wahl, one of the most well-known soccer writers in the United States, has died while covering the World Cup in Qatar. Wahl was covering the match between Argentina and the Netherlands. Members of the media seated near him say that he fell back in his seat during overtime. The organizing committee said Wahl received immediate emergency medical treatment on site. Wahl wrote on Monday that he had visited a medical clinic while in Qatar and was given antibiotics and cough syrup for a possible case of bronchitis. But according to an Instagram video posted by his brother, Wahl's family believes foul play was involved, brought on by Wahl's outward support of the LGBTQ+ community while in Qatar. Of course, Qatar being a country where homosexuality is illegal. Take a listen.
My name is Eric Wahl. I live in Seattle, Washington. I am Grant Wahl's brother. I am gay. I am the reason he wore the rainbow shirt to the World Cup. My brother was healthy. He told me he received death threats. I do not believe my brother just died. I believe he was killed.
Tough time for that family. Eric Wahl's account, the brother here, has since been made private, but in the video, he added that he is begging for help in this situation. Well, back here at home, a shooting at a high school in Prince George's County highlighting the recent rise in gun violence across the DMV, especially among young people. It, of course, bears the question, how do we move past the headlines and actually do something about it? DC News Now's Yamari Sase is in Suitland, Maryland with a look at 2 DMV programs that are trying to tackle the problem.
Police arrested the student they say pulled the trigger during a fight here at Suitland High School on Thursday. Now, this all took place around the same time. Several advocacy groups announced their No Homicides for the Holiday initiative in order to tackle gun violence. Advocates I spoke with today say enough is enough.
Give it a break. You know, let us not try to hurt and kill and maim each other for the holidays.
Kenneth Barnes is the founder of Root, reaching out to others together. It's one of the many advocacy groups hoping to put an end to gun violence across the DMV this holiday season. When talking about a fight at Suitland High School escalating to gunfire and sending one student to the hospital, Barnes says more needs to be done in the early stages.
We don't do enough with prevention. We need to work with children when they're in elementary school, in middle school, because research shows that these children, when they leave elementary school and start going to middle school, that's when the tendency to violence.
Just last month, the University of Maryland launched a violence reduction center, hoping to help nearby communities find answers.
By getting the research summarizing it, making it accessible for folks. And then we also work directly with policymakers to help them create evidence-informed and community-informed solutions. We have to deal with the ubiquitous nature of guns in our communities.
And it's going to take leaders and the community to do it.
Gun violence and violence is not a black or white issue. It's an issue that we all need to work on together.
Reporting in Prince George's County, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
An issue we all have to work on together. Also developing now, Fairfax County investigators say a malfunctioning laptop is the reason behind this, a house fire in Kingstown. You can see flames just completely engulfing the garage. A family of 5 was at home at the time. They all made it out okay, thankfully. The fire department says the fire caused $44,000 in damages. Well, in the district days after a deadly fire northeast, firefighters are trying to prevent future tragedies like that from happening. Wednesday's fire killed a man who was staying in a vacant building on 20th Street. And yesterday, firefighters returned to the scene. They knocked on doors, making sure neighbors had working smoke alarms. In a video posted to Twitter that we're about to show you, DC Fire and EMS said the vacant building was unstructurally sound.
What we know is this was somebody that was in our at-risk population, right, based on age, and also because of the structure that they were in, right? So this was a building that was under some kind of construction, so it didn't have all the features we normally look for, like smoke alarms and everything else. But there's a lot of buildings in this neighborhood that we can hopefully go out there and positively affect and make sure that we can try to prevent this from happening.
Well, believe it or not, if you live in DC, you can actually request a free smoke alarm. You just reach out to the fire department directly.